Hey, what is going on, guys? DK. Back at you with another video here to bring the US Open 2021 golf tournament. Yes, PGA content is back, and I'm super excited to talk about this major tournament. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. My name is DK. I make daily videos and live stream for NBA and NFL slates on Draftkings. Going to start go back to making these PGA videos as well. If you followed me last summer, that was the only thing really we had going on for a bit. So made a lot of golf content. Going to start doing that for a while as we, NBA winds down. We have a little bit of a gap in between the NBA and the NFL season. If you guys are unable to watch these YouTube videos, they're also up on Apple Podcasts. Link down below. It's called the DKDFS Show. And if you could, leave a 5-star rating and review. If you're interested in signing up for premium content, I offer that on patreon.com, esports package. That includes Call of Duty and CSGO, as well as an NBA package. Now, if you're subscribed to the NBA package, you're going to start posting these data sheets for free to NBA. If you sign up for NBA, yes, you'll get the rest of the golf content kind of every single week. I'll be posting these sheets to that NBA package, again, for free. And finally, I want to thank Prize Picks for sponsoring this episode. If you guys are not familiar with Prize Picks, there's a couple different ways you can play. Like for NBA, you can take over/under on fantasy points or over/under on like points, assists, rebounds, three-pointers made. They do have PGA content, but I just checked the site. I don't see it up right now, so I'm going to see if they it might take a little bit of time for them to post since this is Monday and the tournament starts on Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, if you guys want to try it out, you can sign up using the code DKDFS. DKDFS, all one word, link down below. You'll get a 100% match up to $100. Basically, you put $100 in, you get a free $100 to play with. And finally, I just want to thank you guys for your continued support on the NBA videos, the live streams. I got a lot of in the Prize Picks video. Hoping you guys like this golf content as well. If you do, let me know. And let's try to aim for 100 likes on this video, guys. Every single like helps me out a ton. All right, so with that out of the way, let's jump in the video. So I guess what we can do first here is kind of explain what I got going on in this spreadsheet if you guys didn't watch my golf videos last summer. So on the left-hand side, we have the DraftKings information. So basically the player's name, their DraftKings salary, the Vegas odds. So Jon Rahm is currently the favorite of 950 or at 9.5 to 1 odds to win, basically. Average points per game, and that's just information on DraftKings, what the player has been scoring so far this year. Course history. So the course history I decided to go with the Farmers Insurance tournament, because that's played at Torrey Pines, and that's where this US Open is being played this year. So I figured that would be you'll get a better idea if we want the course history there, since it's the exact same golf course instead of just US Open course history. So yeah, the course history here with 2021, 2020, 2019 is from the Farmers Insurance, where they play at the exact same course, Torrey Pines. And then I have a bunch of strokes gained rankings, strokes gained total, off the tee, driving accuracy, approach, putting, tee to green, birdie or better, around the green. We got par 3, par 4, par 5 scoring. A lot of good stuff included here. So all right, let's start it off, I guess, with the guys all above 10K. And really, I think you can't go wrong with any of these guys. So we got Brooks at 10-1, Bryson at 10-4, Dustin at 10-7, Spieth at 10-9, and Rahm at 11-2. And what I want to focus on for the U.S. Open here is driving. Driving's pretty big, so off the tee and driving accuracy are two pretty big components, as well as approach. Always approach is very important to me. And then I think putting's going to be pretty important this year. So those are the main ones I want to focus on. But again, included everything, basically all the main strokes gained rankings are included on here. Again, if you want access, this is included for free on the NBA package. So I guess the player that probably is my least favorite of the bunch is Jordan Spieth. That's because one thing stands out here from him compared to the rest, right? So Rahm is like third off the tee, Dustin 20th, Bryson is first, Koepka is 18th, and you have Spieth at 120th. So clearly he's not the best off the tee. Also, his accuracy, driving accuracy, is not the best either. And that's going to be pretty important because the roughs are difficult on Torrey Pines. So, yeah, I would say Spieth is definitely the most contrarian of the spend ups. Now, obviously, he's been in a lot better form this year. But, yeah, I would say he's probably my least favorite of the bunch. Rahm, if you have the salary, he probably looks the best. What was it last tournament or 2 weeks ago? Last week or 2 weeks ago, he was had a 5-stroke lead and then got disqualified for wasn't able to play due to COVID. But yeah, he's been in really, really good form, and course history, I mean, it looks phenomenal, right? 7th, 2nd, 5th. He's 2nd total in strokes gained, 3rd off the tee, 12th in approach. There's not a lot of downside to say about Jon Rahm other than the price, right? You're going to have to pay premium for him. Now with Bryson, Brooks, and Dustin, these 3 guys are bombers. Accuracy, they're not as accurate, but it doesn't matter a ton when you can, drive it that far. So I don't have a super strong take on guys like Dustin, Bryson, and Brooks. I think they all look pretty decent. And I do think that Rahm is probably my favorite for not looking at salary. Spieth probably my least favorite, and then Dustin, Bryson, and Koepka all I think look pretty good plays, right? You really can't go wrong with these guys above 10K. So let's scroll down and go talk about kind of the 9K range here. So we'll start off with Rory. He's at 20-1 odds to win. His course history looks pretty good here at Torrey Pines, 16th, 3rd, and 5th. He's 21st in strokes gained, 9th off the tee, and accuracy not the best, but 31st in approach. I think the price point looks pretty decent on Rory. I mean, last summer, he was a guy that was one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive golfers, and now he's dipped below that 10K range. So I think Rory McIlroy at 9.9, that looks like a pretty decent price point for him. Let's see, who else kind of stands out here? I think Xander at 9.3. Xander seems to always be very, very popular. He always seems to be a little bit underpriced. He's 18-1 odds to win. He finished 2nd here this year. He's 3rd in strokes gained total, 36th and off the tee, 22nd in approach, 8th in putting. I think Xander probably looks like my favorite point per dollar play in the 9K range. But then again, he's a guy that always seems to be one of the highest owned players, especially in the majors. And then rounding it out, we have Hovland, Cantlay, and Patrick Reed. Patrick Reed's course history looks great. I mean, he won it here this year, right? He got 1st, then 6th in 2020, and 13th in 2019. He's 7th in strokes gained total. Off the tee is not the best, but he's pretty accurate, 59th. 4th in putting, too, and putting is pretty important in a course like this. So I think Patrick Reed at 9K would probably be my 2nd favorite play in this 9K range. All right, so let's scroll down to the 8K range now. And this is a range I want to live in. I think there's a lot of really good plays here. So we'll start off with my boy, Tony Finau. If you guys followed my golf content last year, he's probably my favorite golfer. So my bonus to NBA is Tony Finau to golf. I play him almost every single week, and I'm not going to lie, he looks great here. I think he's going to be very popular as well, but I think it's for good reason. So again, course history, 2nd, 6th, and 13th. He's 13th in strokes gained total, 27th off the tee. Accuracy is not the best, but a really good approach player. Where he struggles is the putter, but I think these numbers, again, he's shown that he can really, really play well on this course, and you're getting him at a pretty nice discount, I think, at 8.9. So I do like Tony Finau. With Hideki, the issue always with him is the putter. If you can just have a decent, putting week, then you can see Hideki contend here for sure. Webb Simpson, sure, he's not the best off the tee, but he's very accurate with it, right? He's 8th in driving accuracy, a really good approach and putter. I do like Webb. Again, there's a lot of good plays in the 8K range. Webb's another guy I like. Zalatoris has been playing really well, younger guy, but he's at 8.6. He finished 7th here this year. His numbers look pretty solid. Winding out the rest of the 8K range, we got Scheffler, Berger, Hatton, Connors, Louis, and Justin Rose. I think Corey Connors in golf, it feels like the last couple months has been underpriced and has been very, very popular. I think he's going to be popular again because I think the numbers look pretty good here. 70-1 odds to win is not the best, but 19th in strokes gained total, 7th off the tee. He's very accurate with it, 10th, 11th in approach. Putter is decent, 87th. I think Corey Connors looks like also one of the better plays for sure. So this 8K range is, again, probably my favorite grouping. There's a lot of good plays here. And you can make a pretty balanced lineup if you want to just kind of focus more on the guys in the 8K range. So let's go down now to the 7K range. I guess the first guy that stands out to me, and I think he looks really solid here, is Abe Ancer. 7.9K. He's 25th in strokes gained total, 23rd off the tee, 3rd in accuracy. Very, very accurate with it. Again, very important because you do not want to be in the rust on this course. He's 34th in approach, 42nd in putting. A really good, short game player. I think this makes Abe Ancer look like a really, really good value play. I do. Now, course history doesn't have much. He was cut 3 years ago, but that doesn't worry me too much. I think Abe looks like a really good play there at 7.9. Let's see. Who else do we got here? Sam Burns is coming in at 7.7K. The Vegas odds aren't great at 110 to 1, but course history, he's made the cut the last 3 years here, 18th, 49th, and 40th. Off the tee is pretty solid there, 47th. The accuracy is not the best, but really good approach and putter. I think Sam Burns is another value guy I do like. Probably not get to Phil. It was great to see what he did, though, a couple weeks ago. Let's see, who else we got? Jason Kokrak's another value guy that I think looks pretty good. He's made the cut the last 3 years here, 29th, 21st, and 20th. He's 12th in strokes gained total, 22nd off the tee, 5th in putting. I think he makes for one of the better value plays as well. So Kokrak, I think, really stands out, 80 to 1 odds to win as well. Who else? Let's see. I mean, Sergio. I always like playing Sergio. He is 2nd off the tee. Definitely a bomber, but the accuracy is not really there. The putter as well. The price point's to a point where it's like, yeah, he's a veteran. I'm okay with going to him because it's a major. Another guy that I kind of like here is Adam Scott down here at 7.4. So he's had some good history. He finished 10th this year, 2nd in 2019. Now, where he struggles is the driver, right off the tee. Accuracy, not the best, but definitely a better short game player with the approach and putter looking pretty good there at 55th and 35th. So Adam Scott, I think, looks like a pretty decent value play at his current price. Scrolling down a bit more, let's see. Max Homa is at 7.3. He finished 18th this year, 9th last year. The numbers aren't crazy, but not bad for a guy in this price point. 50th in strokes gained total, 72nd off the tee, 42nd in approach, and 53rd putting. I think he's someone that we can certainly use for some salary relief. Let's see, who else do I really want to mention here? Again, we're getting closer to the low 7K range and then to the 6K range where it's like, it's to a point where you're really just hoping for a couple things to kind of pop off for you to make an argument to get to some of these guys. Really, once you get to, again, the low 7K and into the 6K range, all you want them to do is make the cut. And one guy that's done that the last 3 years is Ryan Palmer. He's 7.1K. He's 150 to 1 odds to win. But look at everyone else in this price range. Everyone like 200 plus, 300. I think he makes for a guy that I think in the low 7K range, probably my favorite play. He finished 2nd this year, 21st last year, 13th the year before, 43rd in strokes gained total, 34th off the tee. That's pretty solid. 49th putting, 62nd in approach. Again, nothing crazy, but for a guy in this range, I think that does make him a pretty good value play. All right, so then, yeah, we're kind of getting into the 6K range. I'm not going to talk about a ton of guys here because I really don't want to. I don't want to play a ton of guys down here. I want to, maybe focus more on a little bit of a balance build or get to just like one guy in the 10K plus range or 9K plus. I don't want to, grab 2 or 3 of those guys and then play a couple guys in the 6K range. I don't think it's worth it. But yeah, I'll mention a few guys here. So Lanto Griffin at 6.8K. He finished 7th here this year. He's 49th in strokes gained total, which for a guy in the 6K range, I think that looks pretty good. 39th in approach, 27th in putting, and the driving numbers aren't the best, but I think he's someone that can definitely make the cut. So I do have some interest there in a guy like Lanto Griffin. Jonathan Vegas is at 6.8K. And nothing crazy, but he is 4th off the tee. I think that gives him a slight edge on a course like this. He's 290 to 1 odds to win. I think he's viable. Let's see. Anyone else really? Again, there's not much else down here that I really want to mention. JT Poston has made the cut the 2 last 3 years that he's played here, 18th and 40th. He's 9th in putting, so he's a really good putter. Everything else doesn't look great. John Huh has made the cut the last 3 years. Again, the Vegas odds don't look great for him, but I guess you could do worse. But yeah, you guys had an idea. I don't want to be playing a lot of guys in this 6K range, so I will probably be focusing on a little more of a balanced build. Maybe get to one guy in the 9 to 10K range, but I really like that 8K range. The high 7s looks pretty good. There's a couple guys in the lower 7K range that I think look like pretty good value plays. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. So if you have been enjoying the content so far, I would really appreciate if you leave a like button on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't upload videos you don't go live. And let me know, do you like this golf content? I'm going to be posting more golf content here in the future as NBA winds down and we have a gap between the NBA and NFL season. But good luck on the US Open. Super, super excited to watch this tournament this week. And I'll see you guys back here for more golf content next week. So I'll see you guys all then.